Welcome back to the New Mexico State Aggies Dynasty. Today we wrap up year 2, heading into the offseason to prepare for year 3 in the Dynasty. Our Aggies won another 10-win season, but also lost another bowl game, as the back-to-back Pac-12 champs have yet to win a bowl game under Coach McDonald at the helm. The team was carried by the defense once again as the offense sputtered, and they were definitely going to look for a new QB this season. 2027 college football playoff bracket capped off with a matchup between number 11 Georgia and number 5 USC, both having one loss going into the title game, which saw the USC Trojans come on top in a 34-26 victory. The final top 25 rankings see the Trojans number 1, of course, and our Aggies finished number 25, even with losing our bowl game to end the season. The Aggies saw a long list of seniors leaving this following season, including notable players on both sides of the ball, including starters on the O-line Ashton Tripp and BJ Tolo, defensive studs Colt Mangino and Jalen Brown, as well as this year's QB1 and Parker Awad. With those players leaving, we obviously have some big shoes to fill on this 10-win team. The Aggies finished with the 50th ranked recruiting class on National Signing Day, which was the second highest in the Pac-12 behind Fresno State. 21 total 3-stars incoming for the Aggies, while the Bulldogs somehow signed a 4-star player. So here's the recruiting class going into the 2028 season. The class will be highlighted by 5 incoming transfers, including quarterback Isaac Wilson from Utah. He is the brother of NFL quarterback Zach Wilson. He is coming in as a senior, so we will only have him for 1 year. Notable freshmen include wide receiver Manuel Vaccaro, a 3-star gem from Florida who has elite dev. Quarterback Nick Hector, 3-star gem from Texas with star dev, likely QB of the future. And impact dev players, wide receiver Raymond Bouye, tight end Nazir Boot, lineman Cole Ross, and Kevin Maramosa, as well as defensive linebacker Derek Briscoe. We brought in a total of 5 athletes in this class, and it was time to find their true position. Mike Canty's highest overall position was quarterback, so he will be in competition with Nick Hector for our potential QB of the future. Emmanuel Pakalak fit best as a 6', 235-pound outside linebacker on our defense. The freshman is coming in from Florida and has some really good skills to play the position. Kalen Tate had similar size and skill, but we will play him at defensive end. At 6'1", 235 pounds, he's a little bit taller and had a little bit more pass rush skills and block shedding, and I think he fits best on the defensive line. Incoming freshman Fanal Tua from California was moved to off-ball linebacker based on his skill set and size. And lastly, at 6'5", 236 pounds with 84 speed, Miguel Sambreo will come in and play tight end, who should be a really good pass catcher for this team. Next, we had to make some tough decisions to trim the roster. We were 12 players over the cap at this point of the offseason after transfers and incoming freshmen, and the first casualty was junior punter Kevin Puente. We don't need 2 punters on the roster, and he had the lowest kick power out of the 2. After, we decided to trim our QB room. First was Miles Okonuanu. He was the first cut. He was not impressive in his career so far and capped at 71 overall. We also decided to cut sophomore quarterback Ahmad Miranda, who was only at 68 overall. Staying on the offense, we decided to cut 2 wideouts who made some plays last season, but offseason development was not kind to them. Good luck to Rashad Veal and Adrian Manley. Junior center Paul Hewitt was the next casualty on the offensive side of the ball. Switching to the defensive side of the ball, junior DN Isaac Booker was cut at 70 overall. It would be very hard for him to see the field. Next, we had to trim the fat off the big boys in the trenches. D-tackle Josh Colmar was only 72 overall as a junior, and he'll get to play somewhere else. Moving to linebackers, we decided to cut redshirt freshman Rayshawn Hooks and sophomore Sammy Trapp, with younger players coming into the team. Lastly was cornerback Terrell Rawlings. With only 87 speed, he doesn't have the athleticism to compete with our defensive back room. Next, we have breaking news as the Pac-12 Conference has announced further expansion after the success of their current 8-team format. 4 teams has agreed to join the conference after finalizing a media deal. Those teams are the Rice Owls, Texas State Bobcats, UTSA Roadrunners, and the number 9th ranked team in the country, the Tulane Green Wave. Huge win for the conference as the competition and media exposure will bring in new excitement for the upcoming seasons. Additionally, the Big 12 also came to agreement with 2 schools, the Memphis Tigers and the UConn Huskies, to join their conference. This is a huge win in terms of basketball, as both teams both schools boast pretty good basketball programs. The football schools, however, will have to make their name for themselves in a very competitive conference. So our schedule going into the 2028 season sees the Aggies open at home versus NIU. Then they travel to Alabama to take on number 24 UAB. Home games against rivals UTEP and New Mexico to wrap up non-conference play. Pac-12 play opens at Oregon State, then at home against Texas State, the newcomers. They then travel to Tulane and Colorado State. Home versus Rice and Fresno State. Then to end the season on the road at San Diego State and the UTSA Roadrunners. Likely our most difficult schedule in the Dynasty so far. Going into Season 3, the biggest question was who would lead this offense at quarterback after a pretty mediocre year. We redshirted our highest ranked incoming freshman last season in Cesar Isadora, opting to go with a more experienced starter in Parker Awad. This year, we will opt to do the same. Transfer senior quarterback Isaac Wilson will be our opening day starter. He brings a lot to the table even at 79 overall. He has above average athleticism, really solid accuracy numbers, and enough arm strength to make most throws on the field. I saw just enough to justify sitting Izzy for at least one more year. While he is a senior and we would only have him for one season, we are going to prioritize winning this year, and I think he gives us the best chance to do so with his ability to throw downfield. His number one target going into this season will be wide receiver Dom Dorwat. Dom got really good offseason progression, and at 87 overall, he is the highest rated receiver this team has ever had. Standing at 6'2" with 93 speed, he will be an elite weapon for our offense, and it will be such a shame that he would only be able to play during his redshirt senior year. In practice, he consistently won off the line and was able to run away from defense on deep throws with ease. Our QB2 going into this season will be Cesar Isadora. Izzy did show some flashes in practice, but just doesn't have the arm accuracy that matches Wilson. Offseason training was not kind to him, and I think he will benefit sitting another year. That 68 deep accuracy could get us some trouble, and it showed in practice. He missed a number of throws downfield, and when these games count, these missed throws could ultimately be turnovers. It was not all bad though. He did make some throws and was very electric downfield with his legs when he was able to tuck the ball and run and pick up big yardage. If the deep accuracy can improve going into next season, he should be a really good quarterback for us in the following years. Again, he does have some abilities to make some plays happen with his legs, but ultimately the quarterback is on the field to throw the ball, and I think Isaac Wilson is the best player for us at this moment. Now, we did cut two wide receivers who made some contributions on the team last year. However, Trevino and Isaiah Beats' spot both are solidified. However, transfer wide receiver Timms could push them for playing time. Another transfer, tight end Wyatt Hook, will be our starting tight end for this year. While this position doesn't get a lot of looks in our offense, I do like his skill set. He's quick off the ball, though he does have very low top speed. He does have decent hands and great size. He won't get much separation with his route running. However, he could be decent tight end option if used properly. DJ Warner and Malachi Tayase will continue terrorizing opposing QBs at the end position, while the middle linebacker spot will be manned by a new name, Diego Vela, a versatile linebacker who can rush the quarterback, stop the run, and even defend in passing coverage. He's a real jack of all trades at the off-ball backer position and does have some room to improve with offseason progression. We are returning all three starting cornerbacks from last offseason, and this should continue to be the highlight and strength of our defense in the secondary. We will see a new safety starting, as Ty Ringo will get the nod at free safety, but will likely play more of a box safety role due to his skill set. He doesn't have great speed or acceleration, but has above average play recognition, solid zone coverage skills, great hands at the safety position, and is a really solid tackler. Last year's transfer Tyler Estrella will man the other safety position to round out our defense. So that marks the end of the offseason going into year 3. Looking forward to another season with the Aggies, and as we aim to be three-peat Pac-12 champions and hopefully find a way to win a bowl game and, dare I say it, crash the college football playoffs this year. Those are my goals going into 2028. If you're looking forward to this year, hit that like button and consider subscribing, and see you guys when we kick off the new year.